Well, here we are back again. And I guess by now you already know why we're here. But let's get to it and start talking about the 5 things I really like about this car. First of all, I like that it weighs less than the Carrera S. I weighed both cars at the same weight bridge, the same distance driven from the gasoline station to make sure that I had the same amount of fuel in them. And they weighed 40 kilos different. The S was 40 kilos heavier than the Carrera T. And that is quite a lot. You really feel it on the twisty roads, the mountain roads. You know that you're carrying less weight. It just feels more dynamic. I really like it. Now, there are a lot of reasons why this car is lighter. A lot of the options that the S had aren't on this car. And it has the lightweight glass. It doesn't have the rear seats. But I never thought that it would make 40 kilos difference. The second thing I really like is the sound of the engine. Past 6,500 RPM, it just comes alive. It starts to scream. It helps a lot with knowing when you need to shift, but it's also just more exciting to drive. It adds that extra dimension of engagement. It's really nice. The third thing I really like about the car is the navigation. In 2022, the system was upgraded, and it's much better now. It updates seamlessly, easier to use, and its integration with Google means you can find any place. You just need to know the name of a place and it'll find the address for you. Very happy with that upgrade. The fourth thing I really like about the car are the seats. These are half Racetech seats, which means the bottom and the back are Racetech material, which means that they hug you better than the leather. Leather will always have this little sliding motion when you're going very quickly, but the Racetechs, it really grips and you're really stuck in the seat. Much better for when you're driving fast in the country roads or in the mountains. It also has the added advantage that when it's really hot or cold, you don't feel it as much. Leather just simply carries on the heat or the cold much more than Racetechs. So overall, it's more comfortable. The car doesn't have heated seats, and I don't miss it. The fifth thing I really like is that they solved the dashboard visibility. In the old car, you could see that the 2 last dials were covered by the steering wheel, and now that has been solved by having a kind of summarized view of the dashboard, which you can activate, which gives you only the necessary information and doesn't cover anything with the steering wheel. So you can perfectly see it, much better. But there is one big problem with this car. And unfortunately, it's the brakes. Those brakes are too small. For 95% of the time, they're fine. They're actually very good. But that 1-5%, when you're going down a mountain pass, flooring it down from hairpin to hairpin, they just don't have the modulation and they don't have the power to slow the car constantly, time and time again, while you're going down the hills in the Alps. Now, most people won't drive their car at that limit where you will find that these brakes are too small. So absolutely don't take this video as a reason why you shouldn't have a base model Carrera. The brakes are fine. They work really good. But the way I drive the car, they just don't give the performance that I expected from them. Now, for 2025, I believe the 992.2 actually does have bigger brakes on their base models. So that problem should be absolutely gone. But for my kind of driving, what I want the car to be able to do, the brakes, they just don't cut it. And for that reason, this car has to go. Luckily, it has already been replaced. And I'm going to have the new car very quickly. Just about like